Alban Smiler Kingsford Bagbin and then send me our to tona and asampetua. Na yewra Afinyo Markins had send me about go abontena in 79 cents no BoG the Bank of Ghana 222 million US dollars be afa Alban Smiler Kingsford Bagbin no na Speaker of Parliament and I'm like sebedwo nyina panyini na busuafo asama abaton de enya asanketoa na wonim se odi sika no wafa ne ho adi nanso onim se wiase woyɛ adebɔne na so obi hu a onyankopɔn de wide wa hu ene ana afi no Markins de secret na wabato abonten ɛwɔ ye mmra se betwafie a wɔkyerɛ se Alban Smiler Bagbin se ne ho eni asama ene e on provide 222 million US dollars na okofa free the Bank of Ghana asoye no aha yɛ Nkasa TV subscribe like na sanso share member and fee so be me odamano so
na bayi se dabi ena afaja market na chawo so opeso no papo no pande ya ane imra no eno no mo yankuti afaja market bra wacheche nsem mu parliament house bi
also ene abra owu afaja market watimu kasa na dom kese no a wo mo ebu mo so mo dom kese no aka wo mo nsa gu mo chi na wo mo hwe wo mo nanim to na wodi ye che ho no yenkwae abla owu afaja market wodi ensem no emra no egu ho na wo kire die nti a wo say Parliament House efa emra no so ansana owu a NX Addison MPP amayeko no etimu amana aba bedru efi ho abusua yenkwati emra yeba ensem TV say that I no ensem ho we go so no the best sign e kan ye na tifo ho.
Mr. Speaker, the Deputy Minority Whip has raised an important preliminary issue, and I would want to add my voice to the issue he has raised. First of all, we know how, as a house and through our practice, constitutional bodies are invited to brief us. I am fully aware that in the 8th Parliament, some issues regarding BoG and its head office were raised. I was not at the business committee meeting, but I was fully briefed by the chief whip, and he indicated that the leader of the house indicated that the governor will have to come and brief us on the issue of the costs of the new BoG building. I found it very strange. As a result of that, I reached out to the leader himself to inquire what has really necessitated this. Well, his view was that because the matter came up, he feels that there must be a finality to it. Mr. Speaker, in principle, we must all stand for accountability, and I am for it. I'm not against the request by the leader of government business to bring a finality to a matter that gained national attention. Mr. Speaker, however, the majority leader himself is on record to have always been urging upon us to rely on the rules of procedure, the practice of this house in guiding our deliberations. In fact, on a lighter note, he's had cause to even tell me that there are matters that I should pursue them through press conference. Mr. Speaker, as a parliament, we can file a question to get answers or invite the governor. And this must first happen at plenary. This must first happen at plenary. For a referral to be made, then the proper thing is done. Mr. Speaker, you see, Hansard is taking note of all that we are doing today. We would have to be very careful so that when we set a certain precedence and the same precedence is coming back to us tomorrow, we will not have cause to answer. That said, Mr. Speaker, we know that the governor has just assumed office. We know that there are issues at Bank of Ghana, which issues were part of the hazard of this house. I recall that Mr. President in 2015 SONA had raised issues of poor supervision of Bank of Ghana in our banking sector. The governor today was the deputy governor then. Are we picking and choosing which matters we want the governor to brief us on? Mr. Speaker, with the greatest respect, I'm happy seeing Dr. Siama himself here. He should not, Mr. Governor, don't make yourself a tool for a political football, because, Mr. Speaker, the role that the governor of the central bank plays is very critical in the economy of this country. I do not want to be doing politics with the office of the governor. Mr. Speaker, the majority must know that the path they want us to go is not good for the economy, is not good for our country. Mr. Speaker, we cannot start a certain precedent. Mr. Speaker, if the governor's first duty is that from nowhere, business committee is now through the chairman comes to the business committee